On one side, Hellfire burning with God's will, flames that can engulf creation. On the other, the Void Lord, Knull, the abyss itself, the darkness all creation coexists with, the pit where he slept. If true evil collides with cosmic damnation, who comes out victorious? Let's dive in.
Knull is not the Void itself. He was the singular ruler within it. The Void of eternity you're thinking of is Chaos King. Knull lived in that abyss, claimed it as home, and the books repeat that idea constantly. And yes, Chaos King is a seventh cosmos abstract. In Marvel, nothing truly dies. After his defeat, Chaos King was the Void at peace and simply receded. That's the context for calling Knull the Lord of the Void, Lord of it, not it. He forged the infamous Necrosword from that same darkness, not from his own essence. The blade is void matter, sheathed in symbiote skin. With it, he slays a celestial, the severed head we know as Nowhere, which only underscores how abstracts persist across cycles. Nowhere carries on into the eighth cosmos. People forget, celestials aren't giant robots. They're abstract celestial beings who choose forms, especially after the Celestial War. We'll get there. Knull then refines his symbiote blade with a celestial hammer and conceptual flames, and the god-killing starts. His symbiote armor is made from the Void itself. He's powerful enough to splice his DNA into that darkness and birth symbiotes, Void creatures aligned to eternity, but patterned on him. Through hive mind symbiosis, he turns entire species into his soldiers. He can link to them across galaxies, see through them, fight through them. At range, he can manifest an avatar body and reshape the environment as living symbiote. Knull vows to erase the light that trespasses in his dark kingdom. He's talking about wiping out eternity, starting with Earth, the most efficient target. You shatter the heart of eternity, everything else follows. He still commands the Celestials he killed 1 billion years ago, the same Celestials and Deviants whose war shattered the first firmament. That first firmament stood at least relative to eternity. Even the infinite eighth cosmos is smaller by comparison. At its scale, a single eye could match eternity's span, and multiple multiverses were born from its remains. These particular Celestials are the fifth host, so powerful that gods beyond Yggdrasil and other mystic powers can't put them down. In formation, they rival Galactus, who, as a newborn of the eighth cosmos, sits below eternity, even in his life-bringer state. Earth's finest can't hold the line for long. The Avengers, Doctor Strange included, can't keep pace. His shields and spells are torn apart as fast as he casts them. Storm, an Omega-level mutant, can't do much either. Lightning stings Knull, but light is the true weakness, and the more archetypal and transcendent that light is, the more it burns him. Knull tears the Sentry apart, and that's not a throwaway line. The Sentry is the guy who trades with gods like Thor, gets respect from Hulk, fought World Breaker Hulk to a standstill, beat the Void inside him, whose power erases powers, and has contested a singular molecule man. He comes back from death and even existence erasure. Think Superman plus Dr. Manhattan, then add a cosmic void that threatened a Yggdrasil-amped Doctor Strange and beat Loki. He's the one the Avengers look at and say, it's him. A swing from Sentry can erase higher constructs, and Knull still rips him open, absorbs the Void, and declares himself the new Void. The Void bows. He can damage King Thor, and in that clash they're effectively equals. Thor's power is a genuine threat to him. Remember where Thor is at this point. He just beat Galactus when Galactus was more than fully fed on special worlds, then fought the Black Winter alongside the greatest enemies of his past, eternity-level threats, all at once. A full-power Thor would tear Knull apart. Even weakened, Thor is comfortably creation tier on a low ball. Knull can also tank strikes from God of Light Venom, who was amped with Mjolnir and the Silver Surfer's board, two beyond creation weapons fused into an axe of light that house the Enigma Force. The Enigma Force is far above Knull, but it needs the right host and the right weapons to fully manifest. Superior light is Knull's natural counter, and that's exactly what Thor wields, and what the Enigma Force embodies. It's telling that Jean Grey couldn't move the needle here, and even Yggdrasil-amped Doctor Strange couldn't do much. Their light wasn't enough. The Enigma's was. Bottom line, Knull scales to the breadth of eternity's multiverse and what it contains. He's comfortably tier 0, even at rest in the void.
The Fractured Sun, he could fill an entire video by himself, but his feats are precise and contextual. He goes up against the eldest, the first child of the Mother of Horrors. She's an enemy to the one above all, and even more to the one below all, because she fought and beat her horror brood, locked them in the below place, and died there. She's a being powerful in her own right, at the scale where the one above all moves. She corrupted the one above all, and he separated that corruption. We know that cast off as the one below all. The eldest wants the Hulk's god flesh, because the Hulk's body is a baby version, the key to the green door and the below place, the underbelly of creation, far beyond eternity. For context, those Toba we see aren't true. Final forms, at least the real one above all, has no equal. The Defenders runs added more clarity to that mystery, but the thrust hasn't changed. Beyond physical eternity lies the outside, endless higher planes, each transcending the last. At the peak sits the mystery, which houses the House of Ideas. The one above all wields love. Toba, the one below all, wields hate. Immortal Hulk mirrors this with Kabbalah and Qliphoth. The Ein Sof, over a Tree of Life pattern, think Yggdrasil but on a different register. The multiverse repeats upward. Copy and paste structures into higher tiers. A local omniverse that's infinitely layered and stacked. Cardinal realms tied to each universe, then full eternity and beyond eternity. A recursive climb. That's the ladder the Fractured Sun stands on, and why the eldest needs him. He isn't just another Hulk. He's Godflesh linked to the green door, a living key to the below place, anchored in a mystery that starts where eternity ends. In the mystery, the one above all repeats the same drawing, a symbol of the idea itself, a sketch that fascinates him at the level of full existence. And yes, there are layers beyond the mystery. That same TOAA appears as the divine creator in Man-Thing, especially in the Book of Life, treated as the same being. The nexus shakes because the one below all and the one above all are under attack. The true Yggdrasil stretches into hell and to the far shore. Both show the strain. Above the far shore sits the mystery, as shown in the Ultimate Run. Follow the ladder. After oblivion comes the far shore, then the mystery, all within the outside. That's the realm of the divine creator, where everything below is just dreams. In the Defenders run, they keep calling Adam Brashear the first man of lineage, Adam Cadman. Read the whole journey. They move through higher planes that manifest as stories, all contained in the archetypal state of the Tree of Life, the Ein Sof. Adam Brashear carries the will of Adam Cadman without knowing it. When TOAA looks at him, that's the first name he uses. It's an Easter egg pointing forward. And it's no coincidence. When Man-Thing held the Man of Lineage role, he too was called Adam Cadman, and he was broken. Blue Marvel becomes broken in this run as well. It all leads to the reveal that TOAA is also the divine creator. but not the true one above all. The Book of Life says every descendant of Cadmon, the new man of lineage, is drawn into the mysteries as a keeper of dreams. Don't get me started on nightmare and the dreaming. That's a whole video. The point is simple. The TOAA of the outside, at the edge and the top of the mystery, is also below it all. One dreamer who imagined everything. Light and dark, love and hate, male and female. He uses those forces to govern creation. He appears as light, and he permits darkness. He lets crisis happen. He builds with love and destroys with hate. He gave form as male and female. It's always life and death. Now the quick hits you need. He fights Man-Thing in the Nexus and one-shots him. Almost unheard of. Man-Thing embodies the Nexus up to the white-hot room and transcends realities. He's beaten a Ghost Rider, held hell chains while burning like it was nothing. Most riders can wipe out creation. He's stalemated Thor. He beat the Eldest and her horrors. He dropped a Nephilim serving Lucifer Morningstar after a war in heaven. Yes, in Marvel, Lucifer waged war against the divine creator, and everyone else got low-diffed. Even Dr. Voodoo can't pry him apart. He's put down an archetypal being of all physical forms. Inside the Hulkscape, the fractured sun is almost untouchable. He can shift through people and things, take bodies, cast illusions. He embodies Golochab and Gabora, the light of TOAA and the darkness of Toba. He fools Banner as a bird of light and hope. The hero he once was lures him with a golden door to the outside, then turns into the Toba aspect he's become. He's an anti-hero and a villain in most solos, a deliberate balance. Immortal Hulk states it outright. God has a Hulk, and the devil has a Hulk, their child. He tanks blows from the full form of the Eldest. He breaks the chains that bound eternity, forged from the first firmament's remains, and then one-shots the Eldest.
Even the weakest feats here, Eternity's chains and the Ghost Rider matchup, are Eternity tier, tier 0. Verdict: if the fractured sun fights Knull, the Hulk rips him to shreds with little difficulty.